Trials for how Victorians will live, shop, eat and socialise once vaccination thresholds have been hit have begun in regional Victoria. But it comes as more cases pop up across the state. There were 1,600 new cases announced today, a little lower than in recent days, but too soon to say if the curve in Victoria is bending. Very sadly, there were 8 more deaths. The youngest was a man in his 40s from the Port Phillip council area. Just over 85% of eligible Victorians have now had 1 dose of a vaccine. 58% have had 2. And while some are happy to do more now vaccination numbers are rising, several regional outbreaks are showing no signs of slowing down, as Jared Whittaker reports.
The Bendigo Art Gallery is renowned for bringing the best of the art world to regional Australia. But you now need more than just a ticket to see it.
We are already checking IDs, we're obviously checking QR codes that people have checked in, and now we'll be checking for vaccination status as well.
It's one of 14 sites in Victoria taking part in the vaccinated economy trial as the state sketches out a post-lockdown future.
We think overall it's a positive step, and at the gallery we are preparing for what is going to be inevitably rolled out across the state.
The Victorian roadmap to deliver the national plan is both ambitious but also cautious to make sure that as we open sustainably.
But in other parts of the state like Mildura, which recorded another 36 cases today, bringing the local outbreak to 95 cases, emerging from lockdown seems treacherous.
I think it's become quite a drag on the community. I think all those months of being locked down when there was no cases, we always said that when there were cases we were going to lock down, and we've done that.
We expect there to be more cases over the days ahead, but I think you're better off grabbing it early, trying to get it onto the ground as quickly as we can, and as soon as we feel we've got confidence over all of those cases, we'll want to get the place opened up as soon as possible.
In Gippsland, the Baw Baw Shire is also experiencing a rise in cases, but it hasn't been placed in lockdown.
To see those spiking now into small cafes, into nurseries, those sort of places now being affected, it's a real concern and people are very worried.
For cafe owner Rebecca Demagay, opening up while cases are increasing is too risky. She's decided not to have indoor dining, even though she can.
We just kind of felt a little bit worried that maybe we're next and we would run the risk of having to close down. And so I thought we'd jump ahead of that.
Across Gippsland, businesses say many workers are reluctant to return to work for fear of being exposed to the virus. The first steps are being taken to reopen the state, but in many areas, those steps are nervous ones.
Workers and people that are frontline and people that are dealing with the public every day in coffee shops, sandwich shops, they are naturally quite concerned.
The vaccinated economy trial will last until Melbourne emerges from lockdown, which is predicted to be in 2 weeks' time. Jared Whittaker, ABC News.
All eligible Victorians can now receive the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines at state-run vaccination hubs. The change means Victorians over 60 who were previously only able to receive AstraZeneca can access an MRNA vaccine at all mass vaccination clinics. Moderna will also be available to those without a booking at 14 select sites, including the Royal Exhibition Building and Sandown Racecourse. Officials say the outbreak in Hume in Melbourne's north is stabilising due to high vaccination rates, but the city's southeast is still an area of concern.
The city of Casey had the highest of any local government area yesterday with 174 new cases, and neighbouring Greater Dandenong had the 4th highest after Hume and Whittlesea with 109 cases.
Of the 677 Victorians in hospital with COVID-19, 94 are on a ventilator. Northern Territory Police have summoned 2 Victorian men to appear in court for allegedly using fraudulent documents to sneak into Western Australia to attend last month's AFL Grand Final. Police say Hayden Burbank and Mark Babbage travelled into the NT from regional Victoria in September before heading to WA for the Grand Final. And while in the Territory, it's alleged the pair obtained driver's licences and bank statements indicating they were NT residents and not Victorian. This allowed them to enter WA amid the state's tight COVID restrictions. They were arrested in Western Australia last month and remain on remand pending a court appearance on Wednesday. And they're due to face the NT allegations at the Darwin local court next month.